It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, the Tomah Timberwolves take on the Logan Rangers. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish, Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. And Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Now let's go courtside at Logan High School with the KQEG-TV broadcast team, Nick Ragnar and Terry Erickson.
And welcome, ladies and gents, to the KQEG-TV Game of the Week here at Logan High School. I am Nick Ragnar, joined by Terry Erickson for some end-of-season basketball. And Terry, first things first, though, how are you doing, my friend? It's been a while.
Hey, I'm doing all right. A lot of things going on in my life, but watching two grandsons play tonight, so
hey, not too bad.
You know,
not
so I'm
too
doing
bad,
fine.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a couple of weeks, but I had the chance to tune into a few of your broadcasts over the past couple of weeks. Always doing good work. Always great to hear you and calling the games here at Logan, especially. I know their last game, Altoona, was a pretty big W for Logan, wasn't it?
Yeah, in fact, to only two wins on this court during the entire season.
Yeah.
So that's been a little difficult. I think we've done like 8 Logan games, and it's not been the best season, but let's hope the Rangers can finish strong.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're unfamiliar, right now this is the last regular season contest, Mississippi Valley Conference. We've got Tomah visiting Logan here tonight. Tomah, I believe, sitting at 3rd in the Mississippi Valley Conference. Both teams will be heading to postseason play. But Terry, tell me first things first before we get into the keys of the game. A contest like this, right? The seating is already made out. What does this game mean to these players?
Well, let's just start with the story. So several storylines. One, it's parents' night. 2,
that's true.
It's the last game that these seniors will play on this court.
That's
5
right.
seniors.
That's right.
So I mean, right there, it's highly emotional, and it's if you are the kind of athlete you should be, then you bring your very best effort. You bring your A game, high emotion, high drama. The last time you're ever going to play on this court. So I mean, that is in itself an important part of this matchup tonight. And there's a lot more than just, okay, the seeding is over with. We don't want to get too far. We'll talk about that. But this certainly is the kind of game you want to use to propel you as a catalyst to get into the postseason. So certainly it's not just a meaningless game. Now the MVC title is already decided, obviously, Onalaska Central second. But still, big game, and we're glad to be part of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Both these teams obviously looking to build some momentum off of a win tonight. We'll then head into the postseason with some of that momentum, especially, Logan, when you talk about those 2 wins here on the home court. We'd like to get a third tonight. Terry, what are some keys of the game when we look at Logan's side?
Let's go back. Let's first talk about the previous matchup. Okay, the Rangers at Tomah back on January 24th.
Yep.
And double overtime. I mean, a high drama, big game. Both teams scored very well. Neither team rebounded or played very good defense, which is indicated by Logan giving up 77 points and Tomah giving up 71. So Jackson Hamilton was the guy that really took Logan to the both overtime, scoring 29 points.
That's right.
And so it was a great game, and the Rangers felt they let it slip away, didn't feel they played very well. So I think this is a team with evenly matched. The money is 50-50 here. I mean, it's even money in this ball game. So I think let's talk about Tomah first.
Yeah,
Brad
for
Pluger, coached 10 years, coached 4 years, stepped aside, coached the girls, came back, coached the boys. I think in all probability this will be his last year. He resigned from football, and he's in line to be the next athletic director with Tom Kern stepping aside. So in all probability, he will be the athletic director next year. They had 2 goals at the beginning of the season. One was to finish in the top tier of the MVC, and they have done that. Number 2 They haven't done this in 15 years. They want to get to a regional final. And of course, they got a bye. We'll talk about that. So the second goal is within grasp, no question about it. Logan, they have not had a good season. They're getting better, but they've been underachieving in many, many regards. We mentioned they only won 2 games at home. The last 2 games they played against Aquinas at Aquinas and Altoona here, high energy, probably the 2 best games they've played all season. I wondered where they were in some earlier games because they didn't bring that kind of energy and passion, but at least they have in the last 2 games.
We understand the importance of both of these games, but what do these teams need to do to get the W tonight?
Well, I think the keys to the game are simply this. Logan, when they rebound, they're a tough team to play against. They play a 5-out offense, so they spread out. They don't really attack the basket very well. They do with driving lanes, but they like to shoot the threes. So if they can rebound like they have, and they didn't early in the season, if they can rebound, I think they have a good chance to win. They have had a lot of unforced turnovers. So in order for the Rangers to continue to play well, they need to take better care of the ball. Value the ball.
Yeah.
Value each possession. Their game is a running game. They like to go even if they don't have the numbers. So that lends itself to some good matchups. Sometimes big men beating their man down the court, playing against guards. But then sometimes they don't make good decisions in their up-tempo game. I think if the Timberwolves force the Rangers to play a half-court game, that's when they struggle a little bit because they become impatient and they have a lot of turnovers. If they can force them to do that, if they can close out the Timberwolves on the Rangers shooters because they like threes, I think that will be a big factor too. So I think it's even money in this matchup.
This is the first time that we've actually had the chance to cover Tomah this season live on a broadcast. For viewers that maybe haven't gotten to see the Timberwolves play this season, what is their team chemistry kind of like? What are they all about?
I like the way they played. One of the better seasons they have had. They're 16-5. They've had some big wins both wins against Holman. They beat River Falls. They just have. This is one of their better seasons, and so they don't really have a standout athlete. They're all about the same size, 6'3", but they play well together, and we'll probably see that here tonight too.
That's very exciting stuff. I think we should save postseason talk for later on in the contest.
Yes.
We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But we're just a few moments away from tip-off as well as the starting lineup, so we're going to take a quick break until we get there. You're watching the KQEG TV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere.
The thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to the KQEG TV Game of the Week. Starting lineups for your Tomah Timberwolves. That's number 3, Cade Genevico. Carson Lindauer coming in now as a junior. Rocking the headband, number 11, Dustin DeRosa coming in. 21, Isaiah Nick, and then number 33, one of their leading scorers, Charlie Ella, will round out the Timberwolves.
All about 6'3", Cade Genevico, leading the team in rebounding at 6-foot guard, as well as they go 10 deep. Gerke, Figgins, Williams, Torkelson, and Pierce all have played significant minutes.
Looking over to the Logan Rangers starting lineup here. Devin Moran coming in, number 2, 6'1" senior. Jackson Hamilton, as Terry had mentioned in our pre-show, 29 points in the previous effort against the Tomah Timberwolves. 15, Jack McHugh-Sate coming in now. Floyd Thomas coming in, the, if I'm not mistaken, Upper Iowa commit. And 35, Ja'Kai Funches coming in to round out the lineup for the Rangers.
And number 10, Julian Erickson, will be the first guy off the bench. You'll see Ryan By, Keenan Haas, who played on the varsity reserve. And you know, the Rangers certainly have the size inside if they use it. Hamilton, 20 points a game, Thomas 12, and Ja'Kai Funches 17. Both Hamilton and Funches coming off 29-point games against Altoona.
Just seconds away from the tip-off here. Jerry Sample, referee in midcourt, ready to toss this one up as we get underway with the KQEG TV Game of the Week. Possession Rangers here early on in the contest. That's Moran now on the outside.
We'll see a combination defense, I think, by Brad Pluger. Plays a little 2-3 zone. Played it against Central. Plays some man-to-man. See what he stays with here tonight.
Funches going over to Hamilton as he drives and goes up. No good there. Great defense by Tomah, and they're already on the move.
Nice
To the
spin
basket.
move. Excellent move right away. Charlie Ella averaging 11 points a game. The first bucket for Tomah.
Oh, and there's a nice find breaking down the press there as Funches heading to the basket. Oh, nice double pump there.
Funches likes to go to his left. That is his resume. If I was playing defense on him, I'd play him on his left hip, make him go to the right.
Back down the court come the Timberwolves here, out. And looking to drive on Funches. That's a big body, though, to try to get down low.
Logan plays man-to-man, haven't done anything else but man-to-man all season long.
DeRosa, their leading scorer for the Timberwolves, out to Lindauer, driving.
Good move by Lindauer. His sister, of course, Maddie, plays a lot for Turbo, and they won their first postseason game last night, scoring 83 points. Logan plays a 5-out, too.
There's the 3 no-go there for Thomas.
They're all in range. They all like to shoot the threes. Problem is, they don't rebound as well as they could.
Hamilton now coming back down after a nice board there.
Hamilton has really set the tone, rebounding the ball on both ends of the court.
Moran on the outside now, looking to set something up. Funches over to Thomas.
See that 5-out. Thomas
Lefty.
makes a good move
There
to the
he is.
basket. I think he should do that more. He doesn't compliment his outside shooting as much as he should on a dribble drive, and look what happens the first time he does it, because he takes guys off a dribble. He's bigger than most people guarding him.
Oh, yeah. 2 early buckets for Thomas. And
Kind
back
of
down the court come Logan.
Forced shot that time by Lindauer.
What a block there by Tomah.
Rejected without fouling. Nice verticality.
And Tomah now looking to set something up after a great defensive effort there, looking to go down low. No go.
Tipped away by Hamilton. Oh, and
Just out of range.
That's kind of what we talked about a little bit in the pregame. Just some foolish turnovers that are just not acceptable at this part of the season. Everybody makes mistakes. I get it, but you need to know exactly. You play within yourself.
Julian.
McHugh-Sake, Eric. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
McHugh out and Julian Erickson off the bench right away. Nice rebound again.
Yeah.
2 impressive rebounds already
Yeah,
by Hamilton.
As you'd mentioned in our pre-show, Hamilton doing some good rebounding, and here goes Erickson.
Ooh, that's
going to get a charge there, okay.
Oh, boy. Wow. I must have missed that. That didn't look like a charge, did it?
I couldn't see. There were some players in the way. Also should mention that Torkelson came in for Tomah. That's number 33, Tyler Torkelson.
Boy, I didn't see that. I thought that's questionable. I'm going to say it when it's a good call, and I'm also going to call
I know that, Terry. I've called enough games with you to know that you're brutally honest.
Well, I try to be. I'm not being critical either. That doesn't, that's not my intention.
Well, you spent a few years wearing the zebra stripes as well, so
Well,
you
I still work a lot of college
right.
games,
Yeah.
so.
Nevico now to the outside, over to Ella. Oh, that's Torkelson. Driving now to his left, unable to make it go, and
3 rebounds already for Hamilton.
3 early rebounds for Hamilton, staying aggressive, driving. Wow. Oh, unable to make that one go, but there was a lot of contact as he was driving to the bucket.
We are taught as officials to protect shooters. If they're impacted on their drive, it should be called. Nice move. Was that ever a nice move? Attacked the Ranger defense. Isaiah Nick. I like that. 6'3" senior.
Nice bucket for Isaiah Nick. Quick steal here for Tomah as Logan goes half court. Bucket there for DeRosa, his first of the game.
Good defense by the Timberwolves, but the Rangers, Nick, they are just careless with the ball too much.
Here's Thomas on the outside, the lefty. Back down the court. This is Nick.
Rangers are tired right now. Funches looks tired.
Good D out in the perimeter there by Erickson, but it looks like we're going to get a call.
Okay, now why do we get a bump there, just a little bump, and down here on the other end, we get a displaced shooter and we don't get a foul? That's got to be consistent.
Cusate coming back in now for Moran. 13:31 to go here in the first half of contest. As Tomah sets up for their first under basket play of the game. Looking to go down low.
Well, that's what happens if you play behind a post player. He's going to get an easy shot. Fortunately missed.
Unable to get the board there as Tomah resets. This is Ella. Nice crossover. Up and in.
Yeah, good move. Good move by Charlie Ella, the 6'3" senior.
Erickson with the fake.
Should have taken that shot. Yeah, nice move by drawing the foul. A missile-seeking player. That's what you do. You draw contact.
Hamilton's first time to the free throw line. No points for him tonight. Again, 29 in their last contest. You have to imagine he's going to heat up at some point.
He didn't play very well in the first half of Altoona, but in the second half, oh my goodness, did he ever play well.
Unable to make that one there. You know, it's still a mystery on.
The first half against Aquinas, he struggled on the free throw line, and in the second half, his shooting was very, very well. Did very well on similar to the Blue Gold game.
This is Nick. Nice board there.
It was. Funches. He can get up in the air.
Oh, yeah. Bringing that one down. Thomas now. Pace is being picked up a little bit. McHugh back out to Funches and over to the corner. That's Thomas.
Sometimes the Rangers swing the ball well. Nice mid-range jump shot. They swing the ball well, but then they don't always finish. That was a good half-court possession.
Down the court comes the Tomah Timberwolves. It's DeRosa. Charlie Ella. Unable to get that one to go, and back down the court comes Funches is like the biggest player on the team, and he brings the ball up the court. Oh, a little step back there. Oh. That was a three if I'd seen one. A little bit of a James Harden step back there, maybe.
It was, but then sometimes he'll get comfortable doing that. Then he sometimes does it too much. But that was a really good shot by Funches.
Big bucket for Funches. It's 9-8 right now. Logan up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this with the KQEG TV Game of the Week.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to the KQEG TV Game of the Week. A quick timeout, and we're back here. 9-8 your score with just under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Big three-pointer for Funches, and here comes Charlie Ella down the court, guarded by Floyd Thomas. Number 5, Lindauer, coming back in for the Tomah Timberwolves. That's him at the top right now. Over to DeRosa. Getting his pocket pick there by Funches, trying to make plays on both sides of the floor. Ella over to Nick. Driving to the left there, guarded by Hamilton, the big lanky Hamilton. Good team D thus far by Logan. The bench is getting into it.
Better job of protecting gaps here early in this game.
Yeah.
That's where they've struggled.
Lindauer driving
right
to the left.
right there.
Oh, wow. Feeling the pressure, and that's going to be a charge.
When you give yourself up for a charge, it sends a message to the entire team.
Yeah, yeah.
It means you're giving yourself up, and you're making a valiant effort to help your team.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it means.
The bench got up there and motivates the players a little bit, gets them into the game as the Logan tries to break this press. Good find there by Thomas. McHugh-Sake, though, getting his pocket picked a little bit.
Both those charges, though, one on Logan, one on Timberwolves, would have been blocks in the college game with that restricted arc, which I wish the high school would do.
Long ball there, McHugh-Sake in the corner.
He likes that corner, but I wish he'd blend that outside shooting, posting up. He's 6'5", yet he doesn't post up.
Nick over, that's Lindauer at the top. Looking down low, doesn't see anything he likes, resetting. DeRosa now. Again, the team's leading scorer, just over 12 points a game.
Nice move, oh my goodness, is that ever a good move?
Gonna go to the line, a little bit of almost like a fake spin move
well,
there, right?
Just he hung the ball in the air with a hesitation, and then he exploded. That was pretty.
DeRosa going to the line for the first time.
Only a sophomore, too.
Yeah.
Young team here for the Timberwolves. 4 seniors on the roster.
And you kind of mentioned that. It's been a while since we've seen some Timberwolves success on the hardwood, huh?
Absolutely.
First one good there for DeRosa. Unable to connect with the second.
That's what you like to see. 3 white jerseys fighting for the ball. That also sends a message. You clip that out and show that in your post game or the next day when you look at highlights of a game.
Funches now off the pick. Going to the basket, and again, every time it seems like a Logan Ranger goes to the basket, there's a lot of Timberwolves black jerseys in front of them.
Exactly. They know the Rangers like to use that driving lane. That's another good move.
What a nice post maneuver.
It was. As soon as he got Jack McHugh-Sake up off his feet, he was in trouble.
That's number 12, fresh into the game, Justin Gerke. Great post maneuver. You like to see that.
Just like to see a guy come off the bench and contribute like that right away, huh?
Hamilton, wow, that's a pretty hard defense.
You got to call that kind of defense that disrupts the drive to the basket. Anytime a cutter or a dribbler is rerouted or make him change direction, speed, balance, you got to, no matter what level, you got to put air in the whistle.
Brett Pierce coming in now for the Tomah Timberwolves, his first action of the night. As Logan now down 2 with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Hamilton looking to make something happen again. That double team there, just wow, just a lot of
nice block,
black jerseys.
Nice block by Pierce, Brett Pierce, but right back into Hamilton's hands.
Hamilton staying with it. We got a tie game here. Again, great defense paint thus far by Tomah. Kind of tossing that one up was Pierce, unable to connect, and here come the Rangers.
Fourth meaningful rebound by Hamilton. No rebounds at all yet by McCusey or Floyd Thomas.
DeRosa with the reach there. Floyd Thomas coming in. Well as Ryan Bai, sophomore for the Rangers.
Ryan Bai, the outside shooter. Been playing well as of late.
Charlie Ella back in for the Timberwolves. Moran looking to Hamilton's way, post up a little bit.
Oh,
wow. What was that?
What was that?
A push off? Is that what?
That was. You take it from there.
Here come the Timberwolves. Lindauer bringing the ball up the court. That's Charlie Ella.
Got to get him out, too. 2 questionable fouls on Hamilton. Questionable calls.
Wow.
Nice
able to make that one go.
Nice pass. Justin Gerke, boy, he's playing well early on.
Gerke with some nice post moves there, and Thomas falling over a little bit here. What are we going to get? We're going to get a kick ball on Logan. As you called Hamilton heading to the bench.
Got to give him a break so he doesn't pick up his 3rd foul off of fatigue.
Funchess, as soon as he sat down, he's right back into the game. Geneva Cole, that's Pierce, going down low to Charlie Ella. For a big man, he's got some good moves under the basket. Geneva Cole now, over to Lindauer. Oh, great board there by Thomas.
It was his first rebound. Look at how he gets off the floor. Then he forces a shot.
Boy.
He forces a shot. Oh, nice move.
Little Euro step there, unable to make it go, but Pierce is there for the follow-up. We got a loose ball here. Lindauer wants another 3, unable to make that one go. And look at Thomas skying for that board. And it looks like we're going to get a quick timeout. With that, how about we take a minute to thank one of our awesome sponsors for making tonight's game possible, Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services. Been serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. Traditional services or prearranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. Schumacher Kish in La Crosse, La Crescent, and in Onalaska. Back to the game now as Logan Rangers called a timeout there, 13-11, with 7 minutes to go here in the first half. As we have a moment to talk, Terry, what are your initial thoughts here as we come out of the timeout?
I don't think either team's playing that well. Either team, their offense is not really in rhythm, not a lot of harmony. I think both defenses are playing fairly well, but as I said so far, pretty even money on this game.
You know, I think it's kind of a story where you look at Logan and they just have a lot of really good individual talent, but sometimes it seems like they're not really gelling well or really going through the plays on the offensive side of the floor. And Tomah's scrappy, and they move the ball around the perimeter.
I've seen, as I said, I've seen Logan maybe 12, 13 times. We've eight of our broadcasts, and they do struggle with team chemistry and harmony and patience and taking care of the ball. No question about it.
Funchess off the dribble. Wow, what a drive to the basket there off the dribble. Seems like he'd be hard to stop with anybody in the Mississippi Valley Conference, and he goes to the line now to shoot 2.
He goes hard, and he's going to get some postseason honors too, possibly second team all-conference, I would think. He does a nice job of blending his outside shooting with attacking the basket. Sometimes he just is a little out of control. He knows that, and but he's a great kid and he's a great athlete.
18 a game for the Rangers, unable to connect with his first one. And unable to go with that one, but again, Thomas, a good rebounder. He's got the hops, the ability to do so, but unable to come up with that one, and it's back to Timberwolf ball.
At least he went after that.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't.
Charlie Ella now in the post. Right back on the sideline there again. Nice, just really good ball movement here. You like to see that from Tomah.
They do move the ball well. They've played like that all season. They don't have a lot of half-court turnovers.
It's Gerke now over to Lindauer.
You need to know your role. That's why some turnovers occur, or you try to play too fast, or you force things.
Pierce resets. What a spin move.
Wow, was that nice. Did everything but finish.
You want to see a finish on a move like that. Great move, but unable to go, and here comes Funchess driving to the basket.
No rebounders and a little out of control, Nick.
Oh, and that's going to be a big move, and another charge call there is
easy charge call. Again, in college and in Minnesota where they have the arc, it would have been a block.
Nick back in for the Timberwolves. As Thomas brings the ball down the court. A few scoreless minutes here amongst Tomah and Logan as Thomas now looking for something out of that trap. Great steal there by Charlie Elliott as he heads to the basket. No call there.
Ooh.
Seemed like a lot of contact in midair to me,
Was
Terry.
that ever? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, what a find. Oh, he's got to get that.
Nice pass. Let's credit that to number 12, Justin Gerke.
Oh, Gerke's having a great game,
How is he not a starter anyway?
That's what I'm wondering. He's playing great for this Tomah Timberwolf team. Thomas now finding McHugh-Sake, and that's going to be out on Logan.
Logan needs another timeout. Just not in sync. Too many turnovers, empty possessions, one after the other. On the contrary, Tomah playing much better. Only ahead by 4 points, but much better team early in this game.
Erickson and Hamilton back in for the Rangers as Tomah comes down the court here. Genevico. It's Gerke up top. Ella now finding a cutting Gerke. Back out to Ella. Nice little pump fake. Back out to Gerke. Working in and out. Has it. Oh, and what a bucket by Gerke. He's having a great first half.
He is. Beat Funchess, but yet no Ranger help to stop the driving lane. None.
Oh. Hey, nice bucket there by Thomas, right back down the court.
Thomas went by his initial defender, and no one helped out, and looked good on that move.
Setting up for the charge was Gerke, and Thomas sidestepped him. Able to finish. As Lindauer goes to the basket, looks like we're going to get a call here on Moran.
Oh, Moran. Oh, I thought vertical, completely vertical. Sam Zwig thinks the same thing. Like, ooh. Devin Moran saying, what did I do? He's right. He just went completely vertical.
Lindauer gets the first to drop. And that's two. Biggest lead for Tomah tonight, 6 points here with 4 minutes to go.
Very slow start for the Rangers, 13 points, and we're approaching 4 minutes. Very few transition baskets.
We're looking for
another
a cutting
half-court
Erickson,
turnover.
And that one's going to go out of bounds, and they're going to call that out on Tomah.
See if they can get a bucket or at least a good shot this time.
That's not counting that Thomas bucket. It's been a pretty dry last few minutes for the Rangers here. And we're going to get another timeout. And as they take a timeout, we're going to take a timeout. 19-13 your score, Tomah Timberwolves. Just under 4 minutes to go. You're watching the KQEG TV Game of the Week.
You know that Boyers is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection. Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
Is it time to dump your bank? Make the switch to Citizen State Bank and discover why they are considered one of the top banks in the nation and have one of the best cultures in the industry. At Citizen State Bank, an experience like no other, locations in Onalaska and La Crosse. Timeout is over for the Logan Rangers as they get the ball back. And we'll see what they have drawn up here to try to stop the bleeding a little bit here, Terry. It's been quite a bit since we've seen a play run that was effective.
Almost another turnover on a 5-second call, and that's why Sam Zwig in his first year called the timeout.
It's Moran now. Again, this zone defense by Tomah has just been giving Logan fits all night. A few of their buckets have come in transition thus far, but it's been hard.
Notice they're very conscious of Hamilton as he torched him last time they played. A little gimmick, a little box one, a little 2-3, a little matchup.
Hamilton with 4 points so far tonight. Out to Thomas, he looks for that three. Yep, they needed that.
Logan's pretty unusual on offense. They use very few screens. They just try to get into gaps, and it's just not been effective much of the season.
Lindauer, he's unleashed a couple of those, unable to connect with that one, and here comes Thomas back down the court. Funchess now at the top, setting things up. Erickson looking cross court, didn't like what he saw, and that's Moran now. Thomas looking for the board. Ball tipped around a little bit, and back come Tomah.
Long shots produce long rebounds, which is oftentimes to the defense's advantage.
Nevico looking for the three there, and again, Thomas trying to seemingly take on the whole Timberwolf team in transition there, and the ball gets poked away.
It's just hard to see that. It's hard to watch some of that.
Lindauer now in the corner. And looking to reset here. Driving to the basket and just kind of losing that one there.
Just lost it.
And some subs here. McHugh-Sate coming in for Moran. Charlie Ella coming back in, as well as Brett Pierce. Short breaks for both of them as they're back out on the court. Should also mention that for Tomah during that break, Xander Williams came into the game during that last Logan timeout. Here comes Erickson bringing the ball up.
Again, 5 out. Nobody in the post. If you got guys that can post up, yet they don't.
Good steal there. Finishing with the left. Brett Pierce's first bucket of the night.
Another ill-advised pass. Uncharacteristic of Jackson Hamilton.
Seems like Logan's biggest weakness thus far has been those half-court turnovers.
I've met the enemy, and the enemy is me. That's the point.
Hamilton now, he's only got 4 tonight thus far.
Ooh.
A little bit of a shoulder action there, unable to get it to go. Looking for the scoop left and unable to connect.
Looked like some contact on the shot, didn't it?
It's Nick at the top off his left and able to find his man. That's Williams' first.
Nice pass again. And The Timberwolves taking advantage of a post up inside Xander Williams.
Oh, Funchess thought about it for a hot minute.
Sure did. Oh.
And he takes that one just off the back iron. And now Logan resets, just under a minute to go here. 7-point lead now to Hamilton down low as he's
Nice
double teamed
pass.
and able to somehow
Nice
make
pass.
that one work.
I don't know how he was able to thread the needle on that one, but using Hamilton's vertical jump, that's the only way that was successful.
30 seconds to go here in the first half as Tomah's Nick drives. Back out to Nick. Nick thinking about going off dribble there after that last drive and dish. Williams now, Pierce the lefty. Oh, there you go.
Well, when you're wide open like that, you and I can make
No
those shots too. Brett Pierce has played well in the last few games.
6 seconds, 5, 4 seconds, 3. Funchess looking for something, driving to the basket, looking for his right and unable to connect there as he ends up on the hardwood. And Tomah will head into the locker room with a 7-point lead. As we head into halftime, Terry, initial thoughts from that first half of action? You want to take a break? You want to take a moment?
I'm going to take a break, gather my thoughts.
Well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the halftime show in just a bit. Again, Tomah 25, Logan 18. You're watching the KQEG TV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere.
You know, the thing I'm most proud of when I think about our company is the reputation that we've been able to build in this community. Our technicians have done a great job going out and performing magnificent jobs for the customer. And our customers have rewarded us with some really great reviews online.
We have over 150 5-star reviews online right now. Our technicians do a great job out there, and our reviews show it.
We can say without hesitation, when you choose Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll be glad you did.
Here's Luke Korish for Luke's Auto Repair in Onalaska.
What sets us apart from all the other repair shops is the way we take care of customers and keep their cars safe on the road.
Luke's Auto Repair, a full-service repair shop, complete with a diesel mechanic with over 25 years experience. And Luke's is fast becoming one of the area's largest tire dealers. Tires by Cooper, BF Goodrich, Michelin, Firestone, General, even Goodyear. Trust Luke's to take care of your car.
There's a lot of places people can take their car and spend their money, so you want to make sure you treat them well so they keep coming back.
Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. It's halftime on the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's basketball game features the Tomah Timberwolves and the Logan Rangers. We'll return with the second half of tonight's game after these messages.
Welcome back to the KQEG-TV Game of the Week for the halftime show. I just gave our camera guy a heart attack. I said I was coming back 45 seconds from now, and we jumped in. But we got some stuff to talk about here. It's been an interesting contest, to say the least, here for half, as you can see here at the Logan Fieldhouse. We look at some of the stats from our first half. On Logan's end, Hamilton with 6 points, Thomas with 5, and Funchess with 7. Only 3 Rangers on the board thus far tonight. And for Tomah, Lindauer with 2, DeRosa with 3, Gerke with 6, Nick with 2, Williams with 2, Pierce with 4, and Ella with 6 to round out the Tomah Timberwolves. As you can see, Terry being harassed by a couple of our younger Ranger fans here tonight at Mitchell Hall as they, a little Aaron Rodgers jersey, take a stroll back over to their seats. The Rangers back out shooting. Terry, let's talk about this game a little bit. Where do you want to start, man? Because there's a lot to unpack.
Let's first give you some insight into the locker room. If you're in the Tomah locker room, Brad Pluger, who does a great job, good friend, he's telling his players, you're doing a great job of keeping the score under control. You're doing a great job of not letting Logan get into their up-tempo game. Make sure in the second half you're aware of Jackson Hamilton. Even though he did not have a stellar first half, he's got the ability to take over the game. So mix up your 2-3 zone, mix up our 2-3 zone, stay alert, attack inside, and we're in good shape. If you're in the Logan locker room, you're saying the opposite. Here's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're saying, fellas, this is the last game on your home court. It's parents' night, and you're not living up to your expectations.
Yeah.
You're not bringing anything. You're not bringing energy. You're not bringing enthusiasm. You're not playing defense. You're not rebounding. You're giving Tomah easy looks. No wonder the score is 25-18. My point is, I would think a good coach would raise his voice and challenge his team.
Absolutely.
No question about it. Not embarrass him, not call him out, but that is not acceptable.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
5 seniors, 4 of them starters, not acceptable.
Yep.
I think Tomah's able to control the tempo. They didn't allow Logan to get any easy shots. They've just played well. I'm impressed with them. Now, we got a long ways to go, but Logan's have far too many turnovers in their half-court game. Their shot selection has been somewhat questionable. Do they have the capability to turn it around in the second half? I've seen it. Yes, indeed, they do.
Absolutely. 25-18 your score as we are in the closing seconds prior to the second half beginning. We're going to take a quick break for a word from some of our awesome sponsors that make tonight possible. We'll be right back with the second half. After this, you're watching the KQEG-TV Game of the Week.
I often hear from people that a bank is just a bank. Well, I encourage you to talk to our customers, our employees, or check out our reviews to find out why you can't live without Citizen State Bank. I also encourage you to stop in one of our offices, since the difference will be felt within seconds, and is why we are known to have one of the best cultures in the industry. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you stop in and check out what all the buzz is about? I guarantee you won't be disappointed. At Boyers, we have a great selection of furniture.
At great prices.
And great personality.
We'll be the judges of that. Love seats, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so. Sofas, great.
Prices, great.
Personality, so-so.
Recliners, great.
Prices, great. Personalities, and...
But I'm your grandpa. Can't you give me a break?
All judges' decisions are final at Boyer's Furniture.
Please?
Welcome back to the KQEG-TV Game of the Week. The teams are prepped. They had their halftime talk. Terry, I play in a Sunday Night League basketball adult league at Central. You want to be our coach?
No. No. I coach a little bit at the middle school football. I love that.
You don't want to
do I want to coach some adults? Absolutely not. Not even close.
Okay. Just thought I had to ask. It was on my to-do list from the team.
Because I'd get in your face, and then you'd get in my face, and it'd be a disaster from the word go. Nope.
Fair enough. Lindauer out here for the Timberwolves.
If you took some bad shots and had foolish turnovers, We wouldn't get along very well.
Oh, man, you wouldn't like our team then. That's pretty much all that we do. On the outside, that's Nick. Genevico. Lindauer took some threes in the opening half, unable to connect with any of those.
Lindauer, I like the way Lindauer gets the ball.
Yeah.
He sweeps it.
He does.
He shot fakes. He does exactly what good players do. They sweep the ball. They protect it. They exhale. You learn that in camps. I've coached many, many camps for Bennett and for Dick, for Bob Knight, and these are the basic things they teach with middle school kids.
Oh, and just an errant pass there. Uncharacteristic of this Timberwolf offense.
Brad Pluger says, "What are you throwing it to me for?" Now, if he did that 3 or 4 times, we got a problem. I think that's the first turnover he's had. See what kind of discussion it was at halftime. Let's see what changes are made. Let's see what the Rangers do to get some respectability back.
Now, that first half might have been a little challenging, but this is a pretty interesting storyline to follow here to see what might have happened. The difference, Thomas with the 3, unable to connect.
Storyline starts with a shot and no white jerseys crash the board. What do you think of that one?
Nick now on the outside looking back to Lindauer, and again, the Timberwolf offense has been patient thus far. As I say that, Lindauer heads to the basket and gets a nice scoop layup there.
The Red Sea opened. He went right by Jack McCusick, and again, nobody plugged the gap.
Thomas on the outside now to Moran.
27-18, Rangers are not going anywhere right now. Nice move, but even better defense.
Big body defense there by Nick.
Nick, a good job of not allowing Hamilton.
Oh, wow.
That's a jump.
Oh, yeah, that's a jump. That's good defense there by Genevico, right?
It's good defense, and it's a good call. I'll say it when it's a good call, too.
Yeah. Funchess on the outside now, a little pump fake. Pump fake and dribble. Here's Thomas now, a little fader with that lefty and able to get
Not a good shot. Not a good shot at all. He repositioned himself, but he didn't take a good shot.
DeRosa off the back iron, and again, wow, the smallest guy on the court gets the board.
Look at that.
And the assist.
And you know what that was? Sheer hustle. That's what it was. Let's compliment and give Cade Genevico credit for that.
Junior, number 3.
Out-jumped the Rangers.
Even Hamilton seeming a little off there. The spin move and the floater unable to connect, and Genevico to the basket.
Timeout, Rangers. It's like, obviously whatever you said at halftime didn't work, so maybe revisit exactly what was said at halftime, because the Rangers are not going anywhere so far.
Yep, the Rangers are going to take a timeout here after a fast start from the Timberwolves to enter the second half. We're going to take a break here. 31-18 your score. KQEG TV Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere.
You know Boyer's Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas.
Sofas.
And more sofas. We picked out love seats.
And more love seats.
We picked out recliners. And more recliners.
Dining room furniture.
Bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
Problems with your car or truck? Well, let Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska fix it right and get it back to you so it's working on the road. Luke's offers complete maintenance for your car, from oil changes to brakes, exhaust, even new tires. Make it Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. Too bad Luke's Auto Repair doesn't have a basketball repair business. Get what I'm saying, Terry? You like my jokes tonight?
I do.
A little bit?
I do. Rangers need to kind of have a little talk with themselves. They need to say, all right, 16 minutes left. The last time I'm ever going to play on this court. How am I going to end? Is it going to be a team of destiny, meaning they're going to at least end the season on a good note or not? Let's find out. Oh, nice move. That was pretty.
Funchess with the basket there.
Funchess. Good shot fake move. Maybe that will inspire the Rangers.
Oh,
Nope.
Genevico's making stuff happen.
You cannot help from the baseline up. You can't. You allow a guy to go down the yellow brick road, look what happens.
Nick the finish on that one. And
Good help. Good help. Dustin DeRosa, look at that. He came over as a secondary defender and made the stop. That was pretty. That was impressive.
Says a lot about Brad Pluger, the team that he has. I mean, they all just seem to be playing in motion together. They kind of know where they're going to be at, and on both ends of the floor, they've been playing great.
The energy is better for the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
The passion is there.
Yeah.
The effort is better. Let's compliment it. Now, 33-20, 14 minutes to go. A lot of things can change.
Thomas now trying to post up Ella and unable to do so, and Genevico with another.
And then he fouls.
board, and
He gets frustrated because he turns the ball over, and I've seen that for decades. You make a mistake on offense, and then you make a mistake on defense.
Genevico has had a phenomenal last few possessions on the court.
Tyler Torkelson, the senior. The bench strength of the Timberwolves so far has been decidedly in their favor.
Torkelson coming in for his first action of the second half. Had some good plays in the first. And over to Genevico, who's been making stuff happen. A little bit of a step back there. Lindauer to the left. DeRosa back out to Genevico. Driving to the left. Oh.
Kicks it out wisely. Look at that. Oh, nice block by Hamilton.
Good defense by Hamilton.
It was. Didn't need an emphatic going the other way. It was obvious.
Great Tribune article on Hamilton. That was a few weeks ago, talking about how he played on the wing, had a growth spurt, so they put him down low. But over the past couple of years, he's had the opportunity to kind of play what suits him best, and that's being a ball handler while also, obviously based on his size, playing some time in the post. Funchess pump fake. Oh, block DeRosa.
Got to know when to pass it out.
Another block by DeRosa.
Got to know. Now, that's a first rebound, I think, offensively for Jack McHugh's sake. See what happens when you're inside the paint and you rebound.
Jack McHugh's sake set up, shot down low, got the board, or the deflection there rather, and was able to get two. And here's the Rangers coming back down the court. Down 11. They need to make something happen, but Funchess is getting stuck there in the corner.
He's out of control, though.
McHugh's sake looking for 5. There it is.
So good timeout by Brad Pluger. Very good timeout. The Rangers finally showing some life.
Now the Rangers able to make back-to-back baskets there, and thanks to McHugh's sake. And while we're on this timeout, Terry, Seven Rivers Sports.
Seven Rivers Sports.
Who are our next couple of guests for Seven Rivers Sports, Terry?
Well, we this week it is La Crescent basketball with Zach Todd, Luke Schwartzoff. They're creeping up on 20 wins, doing a great job. Coach Thibodeau, Ryan Thibodeau at La Crescent. And so I'm glad we're able to focus a little bit on La Crescent, move across the border. Next week be a big show. We have Noah Risch and Zach Zilmer. Talking a little bit about UWL football and also European professional football.
Yep.
Noah Risch back from Germany, played over there. They won a championship, and now Zach Zilmer on his way to Europe. So after that, we have lacrosse high school wrestling, a couple female wrestlers, and then a couple more basketball shows before we get into spring sports.
Seven Rivers Sports always an excellent opportunity to learn about the athletes outside of their court or field play.
It's a little up close and personal.
How long have you been doing that show, Terry?
10 years.
10 years. It's one of KQEG's cornerstones.
I love doing that show. Rangers now in a 2.
Oh, trying to make things happen.
Yeah,
they do.
And a turnover, a 2-2-1 zone press.
Took a couple minutes to pick up, just under 13 to go here in the second half.
See if they can capitalize.
Oh, and a little bit of an errant pass there. Funchess now at the top.
Ooh, look at, you can see when he's going. And the question is why? Why do you do that? Does he mean to? Of course not. But again, great defense by the Timberwolves. 2 possessions where the Rangers score, and then they come with an empty possession after a timeout. Hard to figure that one out.
Not a single 3 for Tomah yet tonight, yet they lead by
good call.
8. And that's going to be a foul there.
Good call. It disrupted the shooter.
Isaiah Nick at the line. He's got 4 thus far tonight.
Keenan Haas set to come in. Played on the varsity reserve team. Who is he coming in for? Maybe Floyd Thomas?
Wow.
I wouldn't take Floyd Thomas. I wouldn't take Ja'Kai Funches or Jackson Hamilton out very long, except maybe to talk to him about making good decisions, using it as a teachable moment instead of letting him sit there and wonder why they were taken out. Tell them why they're taken out.
Nick able to make 1 of 2 at the line. And back down the court comes Funchess. He's had a challenging past few possessions.
Could use a ball screen.
And back up to Erickson now.
Good movement,
Yep.
good ball movement. See if it results in a good shot.
Good. Oh, nice little behind the
Nice
back is
move.
Funchess.
It was a nice move.
I mean, when you watch Funchess, he seems like he has all the tools to really be a star in this region. Sometimes,
does.
like you said, just sometimes I think a little reckless out there probably on the court.
He does. He does. He's got the tools, and he's such a nice young man, too. That's the privilege that I have to work these games and have Seven Rivers Sports and know these coaches and players. I get to know them up close and personal. And the athletes, whether they're from Tomah, Alaska, well, I just enjoy being able to be associated with nice young men.
Here comes Isaiah Nick down the court. He's got 5. Ooh, a little pump fake there, and nice block there. And going up court to McHugh's sake, trying to finish with the right, and he does.
Great outlet pass by Jackson Hamilton. The Rangers are back in the game, only down by 5.
Within 5, McHugh's sake has been crucial for them here over the past couple of minutes. Oh, big body defense there by Funchess.
Got to call that. Good call. A lot of double whistles, though. Good crews do not have many double whistles. What I mean by that is if you have a lot of double whistles, that means you're drifting out of your primary. Trust the official that's in that area. Some double whistles, yes. Multiple double whistles, no.
Thomas coming back in for Hamilton. Hamilton playing kind of an auxiliary role these past few possessions. Great rebounding, great defense, but he'll head to the bench for presumably a short period of time as Ella comes back in for the Timberwolves, as well as Brett Pierce. There's a shot by DeRosa. Oh, just a nice jumper there.
It was Dustin DeRosa, the sophomore. Yeah, that was a much-needed basket by Tomah.
Thomas heading to the basket. He saw an open lane and he took it.
Nice move, and the defense did not make him pick up his dribble early enough. Let him get too deep into the paint.
Things are picking up a little bit here, just under 11 minutes to go, but it's still a 5-point game as DeRosa loses the ball for a hot minute. Pierce over to Ella. And going down low to DeRosa now, finding, looked like a good look to Pierce there, but nonetheless, that's Gerke now. As again, the patient Timberwolves looking for something good.
I like their half-court offense. They're poised. They usually get good shots. See if it happens this time. Good defense by Funches on DeRosa.
Ella now going left. Again, just drive and dish, and that's a 3 for Pierce, no good. Funches now trying to come up with it. And
Rangers.
Ranger ball here.
Yeah, well, you can't leave Jackson Hamilton. This is when, if you're a senior now, you're approaching 10 minutes. I've said this several times. You better show your true colors now at home. You better show them now if you're the kind of if you have the kind of character that you should have as a high school basketball player.
Funches now to the Hamilton, looking for, that's his first
3
of the day.
He looked comfortable on that too. Right over the outstretched hands of Justin Gerke.
Hamilton, 6 points in the first half. That's his first bucket of the second. 9 for him. kickball there with Keenan Haas, the sophomore. We've got 4 seniors out on the floor until we get this sub here. Here comes Devin Moran, a senior, as well as Ryan Bai, the sophomore. To the bench head, Erickson and Haas. And Lindauer's back in for Tomah. I look at him at the top of the key, now to Ella, who's just been... Oh, great board there, Ella.
Okay, young people watching this, is that why you follow your shot?
That's why you follow your shot.
Is that an example of not blocking out the shooter?
Absolutely.
Sure is.
Hamilton looking for another.
Oh. Hit the front of the rim and bounced up and hit the iron on top. That's out of play.
Just under 10 minutes to go here, folks. It's a 2-point game after Tomah led as many as 11. And Ella, who's kind of been almost the head guy on offense here for the Timberwolves for a majority of the game. A little fake out there by Pierce, trying to finish to the left, unable to make it go.
Oh, whoa.
Looked like Ella, did Ella come down with that board?
Yeah, nice rebound. I'm not sure that was a foul, but anyway.
First one's a good. Charlie.
Yeah, Nick back in. Boy, I wouldn't take him out the rest of the game. He has played well, and so has Gerke.
Genevico coming in too, had a streak there of assists and buckets to give some life to Tomah there in the middle of the half. Ella 2 for 2 at the line. Again, just a 4-point game, so.
It's going to come down to rebounding, turnovers, and shooting free throws as we approach 8 minutes.
Hard-nosed defense by DeRosa up half court, but
That looked
Hamilton.
good too. That looked good when you could usually see when it leaves his hand. Isaiah Nick didn't close out enough.
It's starting to look like Hamilton's been looking for his shot. 3 straight possessions with shots by Hamilton. That's Genevico now. Back to the top of the key. Setting things back up. Looking for a cutting DeRosa. And
it's like an injury timeout to DeRosa.
Looks like he might have jammed his finger as McHugh-Sake heading back in for Funchess.
Geez, if you stop play, I got to check that. If you stop play with a player, I think he's got to come out. I got to look that up.
Ryan Bai here, man-to-man on Genevico. Isaiah Nick looking to take Hamilton off the dribble. A couple of pump fakes. Didn't get him. And DeRosa now at the top. Genevico now. 2-point game. That's a 3. Lindauer's been looking for him all night, and nope, Bai comes up with a nice rebound there, the sophomore.
When you come in, you contribute. Erickson contributed with taking a charge. Bai contributed with getting a good rebound. Some of those stats that usually don't show up in the paper.
That's a 3 for Thomas. Almost like he didn't have to think about it.
Well, one of the keys to the game, I said Tomah needs to close out on Logan's 3-point shooters, and in this half, they have not.
Quick release there for Thomas.
He does have a quick release. That's one of his strengths.
And the student section here is getting into this game as Thomas comes up with another board after great D by McHugh-Sake.
Yeah, good verticality by McHugh-Sake.
Oh, what a pass. Oh, and unable to finish is McHugh-Sake.
Usually makes those too.
A little bit more urgency now for Tomah, who's playing it. Maybe foot was off the gas a little bit there for the past couple of minutes.
This the first lead for the Rangers? I think it is.
With just under 7 minutes to go here in this contest. Isaiah Nick. Back out to Genevico. Off the dribble. Great defense.
Great defense, right? And an off-balance, ill-advised shot.
Over to the corner, McCusick, Thomas.
Good
defense there.
Tried to go through two players, and look what happened. You have a turnover.
Over to Ella now on the cut.
Anytime you force things, you get in trouble. Nice shot, but better defense by Hamilton.
And here comes Hamilton down the court. Over to Moran. Back out to Thomas. Oh! Moran now at the top, a little bit of a congested top of the key as Hamilton looks to break his defender down by now. Lots of ball movement here by the Rangers, something we didn't see a lot.
See if it results in a good shot. You can do that and come up empty too.
Hamilton now surveying the...
No screens at all. You got to get open on your own. You can't get help with this offense. You got to do it on your own or else.
Thomas now resetting, getting a screen at the top. It's almost like they heard you, Terry. To the basket.
Nice move.
Nice windmill. And that's going to be 2 for the Rangers.
Yeah, nice patience, nice move. He finished.
Funchess coming in, as well as both Williams and Torkelson for Tomah. Floyd Thomas has just been huge for the Rangers, a 3 and now a chance to put 3 more on the board here at the line. Unable to connect there, but again, we just talked about Logan's first lead of the game. This is their biggest lead of the game, 3 points, 5 minutes to go. As the Rangers get into this, you can maybe hear him on the broadcast. Defense. Genevico now to Ella. Baseline jumper, no go. Oh, Genevico with the board, finishes with the left.
Look at that. Out-hustled 3 Rangers. Give him some credit.
41-40 now, 4:30 to go. Here's Funchess at the top. Thomas has been hot, and he'll look for a post up there. They don't go to him. Comes back up now. That's nice drive to the basket. Oh, unable to make a connection there.
Very nice drive. In the first half, Tomah cut off those driving lanes. In the second half, the Rangers have had much more success.
Hamilton going to the line now. Shot 2 free throws in the first half. Was 0 for 2. And 0 for 3. Wow.
You miss a free throw like that, and I've done it. Most people have. You just regain your poise, your confidence. You talk to yourself, just say, we'll make up for it on this shot. And he didn't.
Unable to connect it. Oh, wow. Thomas looking for the board there. Almost came down with it.
Good effort by Thomas, too.
Lindauer. Genevico wide open for the 3. Oh, and the board, wow.
The 50-50 ball goes to the Timberwolves.
And Genevico now over to Lindauer. Torkelson over to DeRosa. DeRosa down low. Lindauer unable to connect. Yep.
Very good defense by Hamilton.
Hamilton using his size straight up. Got a 1-point game here, folks. 3:30 to go. Moran. Hamilton top of the key. Back to Moran. Funchess with the drive.
Using his size over. Oh, kept it alive, did Moran.
And the Rangers will reset. McCusick going to the basket. Thomas here at the top. Looking for a screen from Hamilton. Nice, maybe a little pick and pop, pick and roll. Hamilton to the basket.
Good defense. Good defense and a good no call. I didn't think he got fouled either.
Tomah taking the ball back down the court. They're down by 1 here. Here's the 3. Torkelson. It's good.
Torkelson from a difficult corner. Torkelson, the senior, connects on a big shot. We're under 3 minutes.
Under 3 minutes, 2-point game. Here comes Thomas down the court. Oh, and almost throws that one away, but Moran's able to come up with it. Hamilton now at the corner, taking it to the right, baseline, going up.
Nice move. You could see it was a power dribble. You can see those dribbles with determination, and that's what Hamilton showed.
2:20 to go now in this one. 43-43 your score. Ella now, Genevico. DeRosa, nice little spin move. Back up top to Genevico as they reset. 2 minutes to go now in this contest. Off the dribble comes Torkelson. Oh, a nice defensive stop for Logan as Hamilton comes up with it.
Oh. Genevico all over him. You got to, oh my goodness.
We're going to get a timeout here.
Well, if you're wondering what happened last time these two teams played, if you weren't with us, I can tell you that the last time they played on January 24th, double overtime in favor of 77-71, favor of the Timberwolves. We're going in that direction again here. In the senior night, the last MVC game of the season.
Parents' night here for the Rangers, so you have to imagine they might have a little bit of home crowd advantage as they have their crew over there. Terry, where are both of these teams headed into the first round of the WIAA playoffs?
Well, we're going to be covering a lot of games. We're not covering the first round of these two teams as Tomah will host River Falls on Friday, March 6th, and Logan travels to Menominee. Logan, the 10 seed, against the 7 seed next Tuesday. So both of them last game before they head into the postseason.
And here comes Funchess now as we have just under 2 minutes to go in this tie game. Oh, a steal there. Here comes DeRosa. Oh, wow, but a
excellent steal.
Good defense.
Wow, was that ever good catch-up speed, closing speed by McHugh. Sake, wow. Didn't think he had that much in him, but he sure showed it there.
Well, that's why the hustle's important there. It seemed like DeRosa had a wide open lay-in, but
did.
Sake was able to make up the ground for the ball he lost, but it's Timberwolf ball now, 1:30 to go here in a tie game, and here comes DeRosa, the team's leading scorer. He's going to toss this one up. Nix comes up with it.
Yeah, great rebound, timely rebound. Good effort by Isaiah Nick.
Tomah getting a second chance here.
See what kind of strategy. I'm sure a set play by Tomah.
And DeRosa, again, you have to imagine he'll be holding the ball quite a bit here in the final moments.
Certainly as we're at 1 minute, certainly no hurry. Get good shots.
Genevico out. That's Torkelson. We're at a minute now.
This is when you need to have poise on both offense and defense.
Out to Torkelson now. 50 seconds to go in this one. Here's Ella.
We're a couple away from a bonus.
This is Genevico. Driving to the basket, looking for something there.
Wow.
And what are they going to do here? They're going to say.
Took a bad shot. Yeah, it was the right call. It was it's Tomah's ball. But that was a surprising shot. Not a good shot, and no foul. Good call. And Tomah keeps the ball.
And Tomah's going to get another timeout here with 41 seconds to go. 43-43 your score. As we're on a break here, Terry, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about the Greater Lacrosse Golf Show?
Well, we had Ken Barrett and two of his athletes on the show last week, and I'm encouraging our viewers again Friday and Saturday of this week at the Matthews Center on the campus of Viterbo University, the Greater Lacrosse Golf Show. All the proceeds go to the Viterbo University women's golf team. A lot of prizes, admission $5, and you're going to get more than $5 back in prizes. And so, again, a great way to kind of get ready for spring and support the Viterbo golf program.
Absolutely. 41 seconds. Your coach, Pluger, what are you telling your team right now?
I think initially with about 1:20 when they had this possession started, I figured they'd take their very first good shot. Now I'm thinking you take either a layup or a good shot, or you take the last second shot. It depends upon, every coach has a different philosophy. We'll see what Brad Pluger calls with his timeout.
What do you do if you're Logan then?
You don't foul. You just.
Well, there's a three by
Oh,
Ella.
that was not a good shot.
Quick shot, and Moran able to come up with the board. And they're just going to take this thing down the court. 30 seconds to go here. Funchess now.
I think now you're just patient. You call a timeout. You make sure, if you as a coach feel a little level of not being comfortable, you take a timeout.
They give it to their man Hamilton, and
Good
there's
foul.
going to be a foul.
Good foul, because that is only the 4th foul on Tomah, so that's a good foul. You set up some kind of a screen with a couple different options. You want to take it with maybe 5, 6 seconds left. First of all, I think you call a timeout unless you have a set play already.
Oh, and looking for the steal was DeRosa, and he gets called for that one.
You need a ball screen on that, too. You can't have a big guy like that just handle a ball by himself.
13 seconds to go here. We got to tie a game, and Logan doesn't. Oh, there's a steal. What just happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Get a reach in? Oh, we got a timeout.
White timeout, I think is what it was. Okay. Not sure.
Well, the fans here in the field house are ecstatic or upset. I don't know. They're both. Looked like it was about time that Logan probably called the timeout, though. They didn't really have an inbound play set up. The guys were kind of just running all over the place. Kind of wonder why it maybe took so long for them to call timeout.
I don't know, but the officials don't need to caucus every single time there is a stoppage of play. I mean, that's not necessary. The official that's putting the ball in play should be standing right here so everyone knows where the ball's going, where it goes inbounds.
If you're Logan, what are you doing when you come out of here?
I think
you got 12 seconds.
Well, you take a shot with maybe 3 or 4 seconds left. The foul situation, 5 fouls on Tomah, 4 on Logan. You're looking for a couple different options.
I mean, I would assume something that's going to probably get Hamilton right to the basket. Is that what you want? You want the ball in Hamilton's hands?
Well, if you're Tomah, you're gonna do something different defensively with him, switching some. You're not going to give him the ball. You're not going to let him have the ball. And if you're Logan, you're going to set a screen on Hamilton's man to help him get open. Now look at these double teamed right now.
12 seconds to go here as they get the ball to Funchess. 10 seconds to go.
Boy, this is dangerous. This is dangerous.
And it's going to be another foul so they can stop play. 8 seconds to go now as the inbound moves.
Now you're not going to foul. You got 8 seconds. Your next foul, Logan goes in a bonus. Now you're going to give them the Rangers a couple different options.
7, 6, 5. They're taking their time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Funchess. Oh, unable to make it go, and just kind of a scramble there. And we're headed to overtime.
Well, Logan didn't even get a decent shot off that. That was a little disappointing. But we're going to overtime just like last time. I don't think either team did the best job of taking care of the ball and getting good shots in the last couple of minutes of the game.
Terry, do you want to explain overtime rules for our folks at home? Timeouts, fouls, all that stuff?
Each team, fouls don't change. Each team gets another timeout, and we resume with a jump ball, 4 minutes.
4 minutes to go as these two teams duke it out in their final regular season game of the year. Logan.
I'm not sure you wanted that shot with Funchess the only guy handling the ball when he's susceptible to turnovers. I'm not sure if that was what I would draw up, but I'm not the coach, so.
Here we go, set for tip-off here. 43-43 your score. Again, 4 minutes to go here in the first overtime. Parent night, obviously, for the Rangers. Their last, talked about it time and time again, this is their last, seniors' last
Rangers
chance to play in the court.
control the tip, and they do. See if they can value their possessions. Value them. Take good shots. Be patient. Set screens. Get open.
Funchess now, who had that last second haul.
Work to get Hamilton open. Don't use him as a decoy. Use him as an integral part of this offense in this overtime period.
Hamilton setting the screen. Screen and post up to Moran at the top now, back to Hamilton.
I don't like what I see on this possession. Let's see if it ends up with a good shot.
McHugh-Sake driving to the basket,
and
just
it
kind
doesn't.
of a floater.
It looked dysfunctional. It did. And I like the way McHugh-Sake took it to the basket, but not a good shot. A little off balance.
Torkelson sticking in the game here for Tomah, as that's a three for DeRosa.
Oh, wow.
And that's a knockout there. DeRosa able to come up with this one. Out to Isaiah Nick, now to Genevico. Three for Torkelson. And Ella comes up with the board.
Ella out rebounding Thomas because Thomas didn't put a hip into him.
Torkelson the only three for Tomah here tonight. As he sets back up. Genevico now at the top. 2:30 to go here in the first overtime. How Tomah plays, you think 4 minutes, or probably only going to get a couple possessions out of Tomah. Genevico driving.
Oh, not a good shot. Not a good shot at all.
I don't know. That's going to be Logan ball.
Whoa. Whoa. That could have went either way, huh?
Funchess now bringing the ball up. 2 minutes to go here in this tie game.
Brings it up by himself. I just get scared when he doesn't have any help. Nice move.
There's a block.
Good move, but really good defense by Tomah, and no foul, and I think that was a good no call.
Isaiah Nick with the block on that one as Genevico setting up the offense. He's been doing it all night long. Had the miss on that last possession. Out comes Isaiah Nick. Kind of talked about it before, but all these Tomah players play the perimeter regardless of their size.
They do. They're interchangeable parts.
1:30 to go here in this first overtime. No bucket scored yet. Isaiah Nick on the outside again. This Tomah team being patient on offense. Ella now to the DeRosa, looking for the give and go, but Thomas with the nice defense steal, and wow, lucky there. Wasn't ready for it as Funchess now.
I don't think either team wants to win. Either
you said
team,
it. You said it, not me.
Neither team's not playing well enough to win. They're not.
1 minute to go here. Here's the screen. Out to Moran.
Oh.
Looking to Hamilton. Back over to McHugh-Sake. He'll take the three. Unable to get it to go, and Thomas looking for the board. Now
I'd take a last-second shot. I would just keep the ball out and take a shot, and don't let the Rangers get the ball again. We'll see what Brad Pluger, I think that's what he's going to do. I certainly would do that. I wouldn't let him have the ball.
Funchess with a reach there. 5 team fouls now on Logan. And we're going to get a timeout here for Tomah. As we take a timeout here, Terry, how about some other teams in the area that are going to be postseason play? I know that we'll be covering Aquinas girls tomorrow.
We have Aquinas girls tomorrow. If they win, we will cover them also on Saturday. We're going to cover big game tonight, by the way, Onalaska and Holman. Our other crew is over there. We're going to be covering Central, and they will play the winner of Logan and Menominee on Friday, March 6th. Probably cover them into the sectionals, and the possible matchup, of course, is the Onalaska versus Central on this court on March 12th. And again, Aquinas, we're going to cover them into the sectionals and perhaps pick up another team or two as they move into deep into postseason play.
Lots of exciting contests. If you're watching us, KQEG TV on YouTube. We also got KQEG TV Sports. We've got 2 different channels. Make sure to head to both and subscribe. We always enjoy you catching up with us for these live streams and watching these high school area teams duke it out.
I'm going to be working some postseason in college and high school, so I'm not going to be courtside for every one of these games. I'll work a few. Now let's see what Brad Pluger, the 10th year head coach, has got set up.
Well, we got 20 seconds to go here, and you're right. Yeah, exactly. You called it. Here's DeRosa. They're going to hold the ball for the last shot. So if you're Logan here, I assume you just got to stay aggressive, but
Logan got one foul to give.
Yeah,
you got to know
they
that.
Might try to foul here in the closing seconds. And
should get the ball at the baseline now. That's where the ball should be put in play, at the baseline. That's what you want now.
If you're Logan, do you foul on the inbound pass?
The ball should be at the baseline. The officials should take the ball to the baseline so they know exactly who's getting the ball. You want the ball on the baseline. You don't want the ball on the sideline. You want the ball there. Jerry Sample should take the ball there, so there's no question.
You saw Pluger kind of asking questions about that while they were.
Yeah, well, you ask questions if the official doesn't go there.
Right. Terry, if you're Logan, do you foul on the inbound?
I certainly, a lot of teams would go to a zone underneath the basket now and not allow an inside pass into the paint. Rangers, if I used to do this, when I would go on defense, and I could do it whether I'm on offense or defense, I would see what the other team is doing, then call another timeout.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of coaches do in that situation.
Let's see.
Now, if I'm if I am Tomah, I'm going to challenge the Logan defense by trying to pick up a foul.
Looking for a number of timeouts.
You already know that.
Each team has 1 timeout. And again, 6 seconds to go here. Right to Isaiah Nick, he goes up and able to make it go.
Well, Isaiah, that's a well-designed out-of-bounds play. Getting the ball dumped inside to get a good percentage shot. Now, either Logan has 1 timeout or 0, but we don't, the board doesn't tell us.
When Jerry Sample ran over there, it looked like our attendant said that each team had 1 timeout prior to that bucket.
So let's see what Logan has set up. And remember now, the clock is running, so if you're designing it with your coaches, you got to. Now, okay, I'm the Logan coach. You get the ball out of bounds. You give them 2 or 3 options. Don't freeze them by giving them 1 option. Say, okay, we need to get a good shot off. Plenty of time to get the ball down the floor. Remember Christian Leitner for Duke?
I do.
And the shot and the ball pass from the baseline to the top of the key, turns around. I was there.
Were you really there?
I was there watching that with my 2 sons. Now, you don't need to get the ball down the floor that fast, but certainly you want to get the ball down. And remember, you draw contact if you're the Rangers and you go to the foul line, because the next foul is a bonus.
That's right. That's right.
Well, you want the ball in the hands of your best ball handler, and you want to give him a screen so he can get down the floor without a clear shot down the floor, and then you want to get a good shot. Do you need a 3? No. Some coaches would design a 3. I wouldn't, but others would.
Well, looks like Moran has pulled the straw to be the inbounder, and Tomah's now going to call a timeout there with their last.
Smart timeout. Now, okay, let's say you're Logan, and you know that Tomah called a timeout. Now, you might switch yours now your play possibly?
It's a game of chess. You know, I remember. Now, were you at the last Onalaska Central game? Now, I think I was told, I had a friend in attendance there and said that in the final seconds of that game, a very similar thing had happened where Onalaska fooled Central and came out in a zone defense, and that's kind of what you're saying here too. Try to fool the opposite team into drawing up the wrong play.
And then go back to
exactly.
to your staple defense. You know, Al McGuire did that all the time at Marquette. Rick McGearris did it in Utah and at St. Louis. So a lot of coaches will do that. I mean, it's in other words, it's very common nowadays. So this is interesting. This is strategy now. Of course, execution follows strategy, I know. But you got Hamilton way down in the front court.
Well, Thomas looks like he's up a little bit further here. A little bit different of a look here for Logan as we got 4 seconds to go here. They're going to pass it into Funchess. 2, 1. Oh, there's a 3 and just unable to make it go there. And
do you need it? Do you need that shot? Do you need that 3? Anyway, good effort by the Rangers.
Timberwolves going to come up with the W here. Quickly running through the final scores of each team. Genevico finished with 4 points. Lindauer finished with 4 points. DeRosa finished with 7. Gerke with 6. Isaiah Nick finished with 7. Williams had 2. Torkelson had 2. Pierce had 4. And Charlie Ella finished with 8. On the Rangers side, Hamilton finished with 13. McHugh-Sake 7. Thomas had 12. And Funchess finished with 11. Terry, takeaways from this contest heading into the first round of the playoffs.
And then players of the game. Takeaways, Tomah reaching their goal of finishing in the top tier of the conference. And did they play their best game? Absolutely not. But they kept the game within reach. They kept with low numbers, and that was part of their strategy. I think it gives them some impetus going into that River Falls 4 seed versus 5 seed, and then their second goal would be going to the regional finals. I think in possibly Brad Pluger's last year. For the Rangers, my takeaway, not a lot of positivity, but remember, the postseason is a completely different animal, a fresh look at the season. Did they play their best basketball? Did they even play close to their best on Parents' Night? No, they did not. But they're still good kids. I hope they rebound with character. They have good coaches. Players of the game, gosh, I really liked the way Gerke played off the bench.
I agree.
And I liked what he did. Their bench really impressed the heck out of me. I like what they did there. And for the Rangers, I didn't think Floyd Thomas, their leading scorer, Ja'Kai Funchess, and Hamilton played their best game. I thought maybe Floyd Thomas, none of them played well in the first half. They came out better and played in the second half. Floyd Thomas, my player of the game.
Absolutely. Well, for Terry Erickson, I'm Nick Ragnar. Your final score, Tomah 45, Logan 43. We'll catch you tomorrow for Aquinas' first postseason action right here on KQEG TV. I'm Nick Ragnar. For Luke Saunders, our camera guy. We'll catch you next time right here on KQEG TV. Thanks for tuning in.
You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the Tomah Timberwolves and the Logan Rangers. The KQEG TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Schumacher Kish, Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Luke's Auto Repair on Mason Street in Onalaska. And Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Thanks for watching high school basketball on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.